worth overcoming, rebuilding, teaching, health. Queen Cee, how you doing?
Feeling great.
Where you from?
Columbus, Ohio.
614, man. Y'all understand? We got some history now, me and Queen Cee. We've been rocking the stage and rocking these mics for how long, Queen Cee?
I'd say about at least 10, 12.
I think times two, Queen Cee.
It's been a long time.
I think it's about a 20 ball. I ain't gonna make you feel like, I guess you don't want nobody to know her age. So we'll give her a decade. I'm on a 20 span.
2 decades?
Yeah, you went too wide.
I'm trying to rock with somebody.
He said
I'm
no.
trying to rock
He's
with
half
somebody.
So she cut the time in half for the world. So those who really know Queen Cee, she was on Streets Illustrated, I think, and when you look up the year on that one, you're gonna find out the truth.
You know,
Rest in peace, Big Mooch, my good brother, man. And that just came natural. That was my guy. You know, it's a lot of fallen soldiers that we lost, see, in Columbus. I'm talking about artists that should be like famous and rich, that I kind of gave a lot of big props to just coming through the shows that we used to do. Like, we can name artists that's gone, man. And they were so talented, so dope. And there's so many, I can't even start naming them because I don't want to miss
We
them.
don't even want to do that. Like, yeah,
So, the worth overcoming, rebuilding, teaching, help. This is a podcast, and this is part 2 of my mom figures. Not mob figures, mom figures. Manifestation of motherhood. So I got another mom here. You got any grandbabies?
Yes, I do.
Uh-oh. I'm a grandpa.
I got one.
So what you go by, grandma,
Nana.
So we got a Nana, and I think my grandson called me Papa. Was that right, bitch? What did he call me, baby? Huh?
Papa.
Papo.
Don't we love it?
And that's really grandma.
Hey, don't we love it?
So-
Grandma. Yeah.
So all the grandmas, grandmas, nanas, all those titles out there, we in the same gang. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
Grand gang.
Grand gang.
So,
That's a blessing.
listen.
Yeah, for sure.
So we gonna get into this real quick. It's a pleasure getting a chance. I'm glad you was patient. You watching the other individuals come up here and share their stories. The moms that came and gave a demonstration. We all different. We all on different paths. We all on different wavelengths. You very real. Where can they find you at if they ever want to just catch one of your lives or catch your?
You can catch me on TikTok at Queen Cee the Truth. That's the truth. Queen Cee the Truth on TikTok.
Now, when you say truth, I mean, 'cause you, like I told you, I'm gonna feed off. What's this truth? Why are you so truthful? Why they know you was being the truth? What's this all about?
You know, I truly feel like there's no other way to be but to be real, truthful with, you know, everything that you got going on. It's a saying that know yourself and to thyself be true. So I always carry that. I got that tatted on me, and I really hold that true to my heart. Reason being because a lot of people, you know, a lot of times they're not honest with people. And I believe when you're not honest with people, that's why people fall short. No, there's nobody there to tell them, there's nobody there to correct them, or there's nobody there to be honest with. We so worried about, you know, giving them, fake energy. You know what I mean? Oh,
Capping.
Oh yeah, capping. Oh yeah, you look good. Oh yeah, you doing right. Oh yeah, man, I love that. But the whole time they could be clowning themselves.
Or clowning you?
Or clowning me.
See,
You know what I'm saying? So,
so-
you gotta be real. You gotta be real with
so
it.
you know, I only ask it because I'm Wallo Reall
Yeah, for sure.
with 2 L's, and I've been representing Wallo be the realest with 2 L's
Sure.
for the longest. So anytime I hear about truth, like what you just said, knowing your worth, knowing your value, worth overcoming, rebuilding, teaching, help. If I was to ask you, you knowing your worth, okay, what can you break down about yourself? What you knowing your worth, your value, what you bring to this table or to the forefront of this life?
In this life, I truly feel like I'm golden. I feel like, I feel like a lot of moms are not appreciated. We don't get that, and it's not, this life ain't to be appreciated, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? It's like you just gotta keep going, but I feel like I'm golden with what I know and how I conduct myself and how, you know what I mean, with the energy that I give out. I had both of my parents.
Mom and dad.
Mom and dad. So I was raised in love. So that's all I know. So it's not I don't have hate in my heart. If I see somebody doing good, I'm proud. It makes me happy. It almost makes me want to cry. Because I know how happy it feels to be successful or to succeed in something. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know, it's just weird.
So, two-parent household for you, and growing up, what could you share with us so you value the family?
Oh, for sure.
The worth for you is
Sure.
having that right there.
For sure. Family is everything.
So if you was to break down something that you might have went through when you was maybe your most stressed, or what was your trauma, if you had any?
I've had so many traumas. I call it tragedies and triumph. I lost my brother, and I lost my brother when I was 22. And that was probably the most devastating thing. That was my older brother. I lost him to the streets.
And what was his name?
His name was Dennis. And he was like well-known, big time, dope dealer, you know what I mean? And not to glorify it or anything like that, but I think people forget that we were boxed in. You know what I mean? And like not everybody was given the same opportunity. You really gotta work
Hey, gentlemen,
hard.
cut that mic off.
You really gotta work hard, and you really gotta strive to get up out of that circumstance. And especially for the males, I feel like it was just, you know, like being around the wrong people, the wrong environment. So, and I got to see him laying on the ground, you know, dead. Like, that was the most devastating thing. It broke my heart. It changed my spirit. It made me more spiritual. You know what I mean? I got more in tune with God. I was always in tune with God, but it opened me up to a whole nother world. You know what I mean? And I started to, you know, dig a little deeper into.
So losing your brother kind of gave you a deeper, realer perspective about life.
Oh, for sure.
Because sometimes they say you got to lose something you really love in order to gain more for yourself, your family, for your future, for your life. And I hate to say it, but our black males that's lost their lives is abundant. I mean, the graveyards is so full of new bones and bodies that the whole overcoming. You got any sons?
For sure. I got one son,
How old is he?
26.
And what are you installing your son on this?
I have instilled so much into my son, and I can honestly say he did become a product of the environment. You know, he was a young boy that was raised up with nothing but knowledge.
So he in the street.
He was. He's not now.
Okay.
He's not now. But the path that took him, he's facing time and everything, you know, because of it.
So he doing time right now.
No, not yet. Not yet.
So he fighting the case.
He's fighting the case right now.
So
when you spoke earlier, like I gotta commend, you know, the lady. Like it's tough raising the son, it's tough raising the daughter, but it's definitely more tougher raising the son.
and you know what it is? The stigma on us black males. And see, I feed off the people. So what we gonna do now is on the path we talking. The black males is suffering from mental health,
For sure.
stigma, from all of the stress from women, from gender roles, homosexuality, from these social media personalities.
Yep.
See, there's people who on Instagram and Facebook, and their personality is from the persona, from the likes they get. I don't know if y'all hearing me, but when you watch people on Facebook and you meet the real person, that's not really him. Solo, what's good? What I'm saying is when you meet a young man face to face, you're like, oh man, I met this little dude. We was talking for 5 minutes. He gave me a great conversation about who he was. Gave me his Facebook. The nigga scared me when I went to his page. He had a mask on, 45 guns with switches on them, pistols, putting bullets in his mouth. I mean, damn, this little nigga was doing so much craziness. It blew me away. His social media personality is what scared me. Him in person did not. So I'm only going that route because you saying you got a son. Looking at time. I just wrapped at London Correctional Institute 2 months ago. 4 or 5 little dudes in the pod with me. They let me go on the yard. I went to go perform and rap, but I wanted to kick it with them for a minute. That was the best way for me to do time. I don't got no record. I ain't got no felonies. I'm licensed to carry all that. I ain't bragging, but I'm thankful. My dad was a felon. 6, 7 penitentiary numbers. I ain't got none. But when I'm in the prison, I'm walking around, man, when you get out, 2077. Hey, I get out in 2088, homie. Man, I'm out in 2066. I said, man, I ain't asking one more question about when you going home, bro. Because I'm geared to go get my car in a minute. But my mindset was, look what our black males face. From their own choices and decisions. Because I'm not going to put you on no pedestal, my brother, because you robbed and killed and shot and robbed and killed and shot. Because that's not what I'm doing every day. But what I'm saying is that the mother, see what we're getting back to is the manifestation of motherhood. She's a mom who has a child, who is her baby, bottles, elementary, middle, high. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, pray this, do that. You lost your uncle, you seen this, and one still had to make some decisions and choices.
And I think that's, I think that's something that we don't really look at as being a parent, is that we were once children, we were once that age, we did mischievous stuff, and today is just a little bit different. They got a little bit more they can get into. They don't really care. It's a little bit more careless, carefree, and they are trying to live up to social media and the standards of society. And it's really crazy because it's more like an identity crisis that they're going through, and not having men around, not having their fathers around, so they're looking up to other men, they're looking up to their friends. And it's a sad situation.
And the mental health problems come.
And the mental health comes with the drugs.
And the alcohol, and the relationships.
The mental health comes with the trauma, and
unseen.
The unseen trauma. You don't never know what, they call it triggers. You don't never know what nobody went through or what might trigger a person to set back in that trauma.
You better believe it.
And that trauma could lead to doing drugs. That trauma could lead to being in the streets. That trauma could lead to everything but positivity. And
from a mom's standpoint now, you heard the other lady talk about having sons, none of them in the street. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
So now you got a son that's ready to face this time. And what's your career? What's your profession? What do you do for a living?
I'm a property manager, and I own a salon. I do a lot of different
Entrepreneur.
things. I'm an entrepreneur. And one thing, if I could be honest about being a mother, I instilled a lot of, I know I instilled a lot of great things. Very minimal and all that type of stuff. Like you said, if you meet him, it don't add up. You know what I'm saying? It don't equate. But I always tell him he dumbed himself down to be around his friends. And I see that in a lot of black men. I see that in a lot of black women. We dumb ourselves down to be with our friends. Oh, yeah, all that little
influenced by the wrong
influenced by
thing.
the wrong culture, by the wrong thing, period. Because when you look in the mirror, you probably really like a doctor. Like I tell him, you a scientist for real. I remember you could do calculus. You graduated with calculus. Like that's a big thing. Who knows? Like there's a lot of people that don't know calculus.
Well, let me just say this.
Like,
I'm gonna say just like me and you. We rapped, we write rhymes, we did shows, we did videos, we traveled, we went to different places. We took our mind away from just Cleveland and Livingston and Southfield, and we took. So see where we going. When you open your eyes every day and your eye on Facebook, all these people's problems, all this negativity, he gets flashed all this money. He flashed all this money. The rapper I like, he don't do nothing but flash money. The rapper I heard last night, he was in the kitchen cooking. He had so much money. Man, the cars were so sweet. He only made money because he was talking about robbing and wearing jewelry. I mean, for 10 years, this is what I watched for 25 years straight. I'm talking about my eyes was glued to this tunnel of money, how you got it, who was your influence, what made you want it, how did you get that, where did you get this notion that you can be successful as a drug dealer? Name me one guy who was so successful for selling dope and had so much property and money.
To be honest with you, a lot of the young kids that are out here selling dope
influence
are influenced, but they're also on the drug. So whoever's influencing them isn't giving them the knowledge and the tools to do anything they should be doing. Period.
I think you in the mental health world too. Sure. When I met you, you was doing something with some youth.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What's that about? Right there. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. I do a glam class.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I do a glam class with the young girls. I teach them how to braid, teach them how to take care of themselves naturally. They ask me like, "How? Well, you got your hair, like that." I'm like, you know what? It was a little bit too late. But for you, let's keep it natural. Let's learn how to take care of our natural beauty. Period. Let's sustain ourselves. Let's learn how to get in tune with our natural self. So And that's what I do with the classes. We do natural beauty products and stuff like that. We make our own beauty products. So that's a big thing for me is working with the girls. There's a lot of young girls. I've been doing hair for, I don't want to say, but over 20-something years. And,
As long as you've been rapping.
Yeah, right. A long time. Like, since I was a little girl. Like, and literally, I was that little girl who my mom couldn't do my hair. You know what I mean? So she would get, you know, extra, she would have somebody else do my hair, and I ain't never like it cut, little, you know, look crazy or whatever. But, and that's how these little girls are. They don't get their hair done. Moms are not paying attention to the little girl.
The mom getting her hair
Mom's
done.
getting her hair
She
done.
getting her nails and
She
toes
getting her
done.
nails done.
Forget college, baby. Forget them grades. Forget your grade card. I gotta go to the party next week. They gotta act out grandma 32.
When you say, you know, what is mom? What does it mean?
Manifestation of motherhood.
Manifestation, I definitely have to say prayer. My mama used to always tell me when I was younger, she said, I pray for you, your kids, your kids' kids, your kids' kids. And so I keep that. I pray for my son, I pray for my granddaughter, her kids, her kids. You know what I mean? Like, that's what keeps the family together. Because I swear, the things I went through with my son, it couldn't have been nobody but God.
And where I was going with what I was saying about when you inside a tunnel and all you see is when you think about all the rappers you could name who glorify drugs and guns, when you think about Chicago and drill, I don't know if anybody know what drill is. Drill is when you going in the car with your friends and you got as many bullets as you can put in the clip and you're going to go find the ops, the opposition. Do you know who the ops are? It sure ain't the Ku Klux Klan. It's Lil Man and them over there on 63rd, on 66, on Cleveland, on Lily, on Sullivan, and we going to go shoot them. The Red, White, and Boom. We going to go get dressed up to go to the Red, White, and Boom, not to go find no girls. We going to get masked up, and if we see them little niggas that we had a problem with at the show, I promise you I'm going to bust my gun. On God! Hold on. So before we get to tripping, they say on God. Man, if you say on God, please get away from me. Because when we pray and we go to the God for the safety of our mind frame, it wasn't to go kill and shoot this God. Because if you put it on God, nigga, most likely you going to do it. I don't want to be with you. Because if I'm with you, you shoot him, I'm going to penitentiary with you. You get 23 years, I'm getting 20 years with you. Oh, and if I say I don't want to go, oh, I done told on you, now I'm a snitch, they want to shoot. See what I'm saying? See, what I'm saying is, whatever they create,
love is gone.
the stigma they created to go against the black man.
When I hear the new music, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm still human.
Hood babies,
I love
we
music.
are.
I love music. I'm right, hood baby. I love music, but I also understand it, so it don't entrap my mind. None of that. I just listen to it. It's a vibe, whatever. But at the same time, when you really listen to it, it's trap music. It's trapping.
They trapping our young black males'
They've
minds.
been trapping our young men.
Look.
And not only that, hold on. When you everything, the whole message is a curse. Repeatedly, repetitively.
Over
So it
and
goes
over.
You go from one to another. And
Look,
the whole
over
club
and over.
so we don't understand.
Why they pop
We don't
pills?
even understand rituals.
Why they drink
We don't
lean?
even understand what's really going on with society and we don't understand that.
When you say, hey man, he on
like
drugs.
Like I told somebody, you know, the
Yeah.
word Zah. You know that word Zaza. You know, people, I'm smoking Zaza. I was smoking Zaza for almost 2 years. Zaza is a demon. That's a demon. So we called upon a demon for almost 2 years.
Y'all hear this wordplay she giving
And
us?
this is our kids. Our kids are in darkness. Listen to the music that they listen to.
We on the same
They
page.
sad, they lonely, they depressed, and they in that room, they in that phone. We gotta deprogram, and that's how I see. Like on a mom tip, I've watched me growing older. I've gained so much knowledge, and I love my age now.
Okay. I'm with you.
You know,
We both look the same
call
from
me a
15
hoe,
years ago,
whatever.
but we still look
We
the
still
same.
look the same. You know what I mean? And that's with the health. You know, manifestation of the health of the mind, the body, all that coincides, and it really starts here. You can transform your body with your mind.
It start with knowing
Before
your value
anything-
and your worth.
Before anything you put in your body, it starts with knowing who you are, your worth.
Look,
Who am I?
this is,
Know thyself, and to thyself be true.
listen, all you doing is kicking. If you just turn around and just for a minute, what we talking about is programming, right? We talking about branding and imprinting to one's mind. This say stay out the streets. If you in the penitentiary, you definitely didn't make too many efforts to stay out the street. And we ain't talking about your son, Queen.
No.
We talking about the hundreds of thousands of males that's in the prison.
Listen, I tell them all the time, dumb criminals, you're a failed criminal. If you're in jail, if you got a case, you're a failed criminal. That means you ain't know what you was doing. Whatever you did, you weren't supposed to be doing. So it's consequences for that. Period, point blank. And that's what we got to understand it like that. There is repercussions and consequences for that. For everything that you do in life, you got choices. So if we're not making the accurate choices, what you're going to end up in some shit.
Listen, what I'm saying is all you doing is making the verbal, you giving me verbal evidence of what you looking at this banner. So to stay out the streets, the hood silent is a man's fist holding up the hood. And you know what it is? It's the letter I. I'm the I with the fist holding up the word hood. See, a lot of people don't pay attention to some of these demonstrations I kick. What I'm saying, Queen, is you helping me do this. See, and as you can see, this interview different from all the other ones because what you did was we trying to trap your brain on rebuilding, overcoming, knowing your worth, teaching your mental, your spiritual, your physical, your verbal, all the helps you can get from hood solid, stay out the streets, black business, Wallaby Enterprises, but knowing your value and your worth. This is a black mom who came up here to give a demonstration on maybe not so much of how positive life can be, but the negatives that we must overcome. Her child, her grandchild, her lifestyle. As long as you've been out here, do you know how many moms have been to prison, been shot, then went to jail, kids been killed, went to jail. A young man got killed the other day right over there on Wilson at a house party. They shot it up. 5 people, 1 died. Everybody said they knew the young lady who lost her son. I mean, a wasted life killed over something silly. God bless his soul too, by the way. Didn't deserve that by any means. But what our young generation do is they get addicted to what you just said. Their minds become warped. They didn't go to, and I ain't gonna say the White House, I ain't gonna say no street names in Washington, D.C., but we ain't going around shooting at none of those people that's changing the laws and encrypt our neighborhoods, encrypt our black
queens. You ain't
queens.
trying to take out the people that cut your lights off.
They don't take out none of the people that's really trying to stop them from being successful. They go get our sons, our nephews, our kids, our little cousins, our children in schools we teach. So when you help the young ladies, what our job is as our black males is to help our young men tie ties, help our young men, help old ladies or young ladies cut their grass, or like all my brothers that got the program for our youth. It's a beautiful thing when we witness what we've seen in Columbus, Ohio. And I commend you on being a glam mom. And guess what? Your son gonna get through his time, just like all the rest of them. But guess what's gonna happen? He's gonna change his mindset. If he changes his mindset, guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna go right back to what we talk about. What he gonna learn to teach himself a better way to make positive choices and decisions for himself. And this is for every man in this room. Every one of y'all that got sons and nephews that have been shot, that have been to prison. I got a nephew that's going through some things right now. And he know what I do. Am I giving him enough attention? Maybe I ain't giving him enough attention because I'm trying to save all these other people. See, what I'm saying is we all take accountability. I got to take accountability for maybe the ones I ain't touched and helped yet. Am I doing my best? Maybe I don't know. See, but it's like, you got to still want to do it, sir. He got to want to make a change. Why do you got to go get locked up in a jail cell for 23 hours?
I tell my son all the time, the self save self. I don't care, and that's for anybody. We pray for people every day that want to die. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's self save self. Pray for whoever, but if they're not willing to change, if they're not ready for change, it's never going to happen. But one thing I can say is the power of prayer is so real. It will keep protection over.
And guess what?
It will keep protection over.
A positive message in words.
And the continuance of everybody striving and having the same type of energy, that positive energy going forth, whoever it is, if somebody's sick or whatever, if everybody's on one accord and still, wishing them well,
yes,
well, it can come out of that if they're on the same accord. It's all about alignment.
My
so
slogan
that for my son.
is a positive perspective. What you saying right now produces a positive performance. So no matter what we do in our lives, whether we got in trouble with the law, whether we made a poor choice, made a bad mistake, there's some entrepreneurs in here right now. Cremation services, mental health services, business manager, property managers, finance managers. I mean, we got postal, I mean, we got so many different people. There ain't even that many people, but I can see it's so many entrepreneurs that made positive choices using their perspective of the mind to have a positive performance. I wouldn't be sitting here right now if I decided to go with the friends that were selling cocaine and crack for them all their life. And when I see them now where they are today, I'm so thankful that Mom told me, you follow them, you're going to be like them.
And I just want to say something because this right here to me is important, and I always try to tell this to people. Manifestation is so real. What you speak into existence is very, very real.
Everything you say.
After I married my husband,
shout out to DJ Copacetic, man, her husband, man. I'm gonna put you out there, man. 'Cause now they won't try to get her number. They know it's you.
I had like money on my credit cards. I had like 3 credit cards. I kept telling them, I said, I ain't spending it. I ain't doing nothing with it. I had no thought process of what I was gonna do with it, right? So when I told him when we got back, I was gonna be on my shit. I told him I was gonna be on my shit. Now I used to do yoga. So something told me clear out I was staying at his house. I have my house too. So something told me clear out my house. Make it one part my salon. Make another part a yoga studio. So I did that. I cleared out my whole house. First time I ever did something like that. I cleared out my whole house, did that. I started doing yoga. I started off with 2 people, ended up with like 10 or 11 women. And it got to where I was like literally healing each other in these meetings. But we're dealing with the chakras as we're doing yoga, so we get in alignment at the same time.
Okay.
Now mind you, like I said, I'm clearing my mind, I'm clearing my space, we're getting into peace. We're dealing with nothing but positive energy. The whole time I keep telling people I want to build it. I ain't know what I wanted to build.
Let me ask you one question first.
I ain't know what
Can
I
I ask
wanted
you
to
one
build.
question?
Yes, for sure.
When you said, I want a building, did you say it out loud?
Oh, for sure.
How many times did you say it out loud?
Many. I swear, I feel like I've spoken for a whole year. People got up asking me, what you gonna do? I said, I want a building. I want a building. I'm looking for a building. I had no money.
Did you get a building?
I got a building. I got my salon.
What I'm doing, I'm clapping
salon.
because what she said before all of that was you gotta speak it
You
into
got to
existence.
speak it into it, and you gotta believe it. Write it down. I wrote all this stuff down, and it took some years. It took some time for it to come, and I even forgot about it. And I wrote it down. You know what I mean? I found a little slip later or whatever, but I literally kept speaking on it, kept speaking on it, kept speaking on it. And when it happened, it was like God. Everything was, the money was right. I had my little credit cards. I cashed out. I had a couple people help me with the paint. Were giving me money to, supply everything for the salon. And my car got wrecked. So I didn't even have a whip to get to my salon, but I had a salon. I was there every day painting that motherfucker until that motherfucker got right. And now here we are 5 years later, and I still have my salon, Studio 2020, and I just thank God, like, manifestation is real. You gotta speak it into it. I don't care whatever you think of, keep speaking it. Talk to your people about it. Tell everybody about it. Pop your shit.
Manifestation of motherhood, y'all.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And I'm gonna let her sum it up. Hold that up right there for me. Manifestation of motherhood. I'm gonna give you that right there. And as you can see again, we're gonna break this demonstration down. You see the queen got the son. It looked like she got on the Jesus piece.
Right. Sure.
Then you see this baby in her arms. Then she got this AK-47. And they got a rose with a trigger. They ain't got a knife on it. But in other words, this is like a revolutionary piece for me. For those that oppose weapons and all that, it was really like just a form of protection from a different level. The young boys love guns. So the gun owners that protect their household, you get a gun if you didn't have a felony so you can protect your household. When you catch the case and you catch the felony, you can't have a gun to protect your family. So now you got yourself in a situation. And we ain't even gonna go that far with it, but this is why I'm saying I kick what I kick. You see the blunt up there. I know people that smoke weed, got $500,000. They ain't let the weed ruin them. Some of these young boys treat weed like crack. Hey, I got some weed. Tell nigga, I don't smoke weed no more. Even if I did, I wouldn't buy it from you.
Right.
Because I don't know what you go get a dispensary, cuz it's legal now. But what I'm saying, if I'm gonna give advice to you and it's somehow illegal, I'm trying to change your perspective to do it in a legal way. So then if you do it, at least you thank me later and not, man, that nigga got me locked up. No, you got yourself locked up. You made your own decision and out your mouth you use those words. So we gonna end this one because you clarified the whole point and purpose of my banner, of my podcast and my show, being a mother who gave a great manifestation on why it's important to speak great things into existence, chakras and yoga and speaking these great things. Being a married woman, I'm a married man. For the couples that's out there, two household, for the children, that's what we got to continue to do to show the next generation that we ain't doomed, we ain't trapped unless you practice trapping yourself on a daily basis. So work, overcoming, rebuilding, teaching, health. We got Queen Cee. She representing this real life, this real motherhood, grandma, grand game. Much love to y'all. Y'all have a good night. We're going to get to the next segment next time we chop it up. Work, overcoming, rebuilding, teaching, health. Come on, man. Thank you. I appreciate you.